Okay, I think I'm. Hmm, one second. Okay, yeah. Okay, so I usually take this kind of a canvas which is long in the sense so that I can make like one part of the character here and another part over here. And so there's like five different types or angles of the same character that we're going to be making. So I like to make it more longer. So firstly, we're going to use a reference to know like what we're going to be so that we have like a reference point as to what he should look like. That is it. And so basically, he's somewhat of a cloud character, if you will, on this planet that manufactures people like this. And his name is Mr. Peabody, by the way. And he's the only character that is yellow. Everybody else is made in pairs of blues, greens, and all the different types. But this guy is the only one who's yellow. And so he takes off into, I don't know, outer space in his shiny rocket to like find somebody of his own color. Okay, so I think I should first give like a brief thing about perspective. So this would be 1 point perspective, and you just draw like a bunch of lines out of it. And if you're going to start to draw a cube or a cuboid, you draw a square first, and it's not a square, that's a rectangle. Okay, then cuboid we shall take it as. And you draw lines along these, like whichever you can see, and then draw another straight line here. So now you can see the front part and the side part of the cube. And then if you draw it in the center here, since it is going backward like this, it will just be this. And so essentially you'd be seeing only the front part of the cube. Same goes for here. If you do it over here, you can see the right side and a little bit of the top, maybe. Like a little bit of the top and the front. And if you do it extremely upward over here and you join this, you'd be able to see the bottom part and the front part. And same goes like wherever you place it. So I will be able to see three sides over here, the bottom and the side and the front. So yeah, so drawing characters basically is like first you draw them from the front and then you draw them from what they would look like in 3/4. That would be like that. Yeah, I hope you guys understand the basics of, point of view and how people will look from different points of views. I mean, that was a cuboid, but you just make more complex human beings and put it in the same cuboid. It's pretty much the same. Okay, going back to the reference, we're going to be drawing him from like one point of view. So usually when I'm drawing from the front, I tend to use symmetry and draw the front point. So that is just like a lot more easier instead of, you know, doing it part by part. What tool are you using? I'm using an app called Procreate, and in Procreate there is this thing called Drawing Guide, and you can edit the drawing guide to symmetry. And you have like many more options of whether you want horizontal or quadrant, in the sense like it'll be like 4 times replicated, and radial, and whether you want it to be normal or rotational. I mean, like there are like a lot of different. My symmetry changed. My guide changed. I mean, let's put it back inside the side. Okay, so the basic structure would be three circles. Kind of like a color wheel. Do you guys think I should make him more fluffy or narrower or anything? Like, if you have suggestions, please let me know in the comments. Narrow, okay. Okay, cool. Okay, just to give you an idea, I'm just gonna switch off my assist for a while. So, we can draw him. I mean, I am kind of redrawing him, so we can make him all even parts like this, or we can make him very elongated. Like his smile would be like really wide if this happened. It would be really comical and funny. Yeah. So there's this, and there's like long top with. Okay, no, I'm not going to draw that. I just realized. Okay, so how about more? Okay, there is one, there's two, and there is three. So, are you going to replicate his design? Yes, I'm going to. So, let me know which type you want me to make. I feel like the number one or the two is the best. And like three just straight up looks like goofily bad. I have one and two. We can make both as well, if you guys would like. Okay, two. We have another one in two. So we're going to make this in twos. Let me just erase this bunch. Okay, so we're going to be keeping the same thing, but make it a bit more. Let me just shift this a little bit to the right so that I have more space. And it basically comes around the center. This look good, or do you guys want it to be more like poofing out like this? Yeah. Sorry, my razor was too big. This seems more chubby. I am using an iPad Air, 4th generation. If it makes any difference. Yeah. Do you guys think the cheeks are like chubby enough? Or more? Oh yeah, the top. Okay. Let me just like draw this again in a way that it'll seem much nicer. Cool, this is just like the sketch, so it's cool. More chubby. I shall try. No, I think that's just becoming way too much of proportions changing. And like the head will become too tiny. Like this forehead part will become tiny. And I don't think that would look that very much nice. I think this is like kind of the right amount. He looks like a clover leaf if I make him green. Okay, yeah, now his legs. I feel like these are like typical evil legs. Like, not like evil legs, but like funny evil, like Gru from Despicable Me. That looks kind of nice. Or do you think this is too far apart? You go by name Himazacharya. No, I do not go by Himazacharya. I go by Lemony Limonita on Instagram. If that's hard to spell, let me know and I will show you my Instagram account. Okay, do you think the legs are too wide? I think so. So I'm just gonna let me just erase this. I feel like the legs are too short. Yeah, I agree. Let me just no. Okay. I mean that works, I guess. So drawing assist on again, and let's draw his legs. I feel like as it goes lower, the legs should become a little tinier, like how I've drawn over here. Though that does not look right for some reason. Or I can go a little wider and draw it a little inward. An ice cream cone. And then these. Okay, no, this is too wide. Yeah, this seems fine now. Ish. I'm gonna draw his legs a little on the lower side. Then we're gonna draw the center lines straight and the outer lines moving in towards the legs. Maybe a little more here, maybe. Let's see. This looks nice. Looks better? Yeah, I guess so. I mean, it captures the spirit, I guess. Ha 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 ha. I'm just gonna make this like a little bit. I think I already told the pointy evil legs like Gru from Despicable Me, right? Yeah, I guess this is pretty fine. Let's just draw the expression. And I'll switch off drawing assist and make a tiny smile. Yeah. This one, the one that I've drawn, looks like a kid, and this one looks like its older dad. Like, kind of. I don't know why, but the color pencils make it seem like a child or like a small kid. Or I guess the smile and the eyes are just more softer. Does that make sense? Like I know it's like the same circles and smile and everything. But I think the way that the eyebrows are makes all the difference, and it makes it look like, I don't know, it gives us the sense of age, if that makes sense. Mrs. Yellow may look cool with some goggles. Yes, I do think so. Also, it is Mr. Peabody. I'm sorry, but I've already named him. Like, I don't know, what is it? Okay, I don't think I have named it. But like 2 years ago, I think I stuck on the name Mr. Peabody. So, oh, no, that's a raised one. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to do like a small breakdown of the basic shapes that he's made out of. I'm just gonna create a layer on top, change my brush to red, and use drawing assist and basically like sketch out basic shapes that he's made of. I'll lower the opacity of my actual sketch so that I can see the red better. I'm just gonna. So this is one circle, or whatever shape this is, and this is one other one. We shall come to like expressions and accessories and things in some time. Before that, let me just. So these will be a bunch of rectangles over here. Or like not exactly rectangles because they're not the same distance. Yeah, these will be rectangles, and this one right here will be a triangle. Got it? So that's what basically our character is made up of. I'm just gonna brighten this up a little bit and this is out. Make another layer, put it on the bottom, and I'm just going to draw guidelines on where everything should be. I'll put them more in the corner. 1 second. Turn the drawing guide off and I'm just going to take a black. So if you hold your finger down on the screen when you're drawing a line, it becomes a straight line. So I'm just trying to get in the right proportions of like where his head is at, like where the main things of his body are. That's not exactly right. Okay. And yep. Do you guys think the legs, I mean the foot should be a little more bigger? Okay, yeah, so this is like a pretty simple guideline. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 divisions. The top head and the actual face part of it, the legs, and the feet. I'm just going to lower the opacity of this a bit and then move it along towards the right so that we can focus on drawing the side view. Okay, I'll just put this over here. And then duplicate it. There's another one over here. Okay, so the one on the right we're going to use as a reference. The one on the left we're still going to use that as a reference as well, but we're going to be drawing on it. Okay, so as you can see, it's made out of 2 circles. So this one is going to be the side view. Ding. Okay, so it's going to have the same height even from the side view. So imagine what you think a circle from the side would look like. It would still look the same. So now we have to think that how he would, like, what thickness does his body have? So is it like this, or I think the same would be fine. The same circular kind of thing. Yeah. And so the side rounds that are here that is used for the face, I think they would be like a little more overtuned. So since there is in this part there is a little bit of a dip, you when you're looking from this point of view at the side of the character, so you'll be looking at this. So you will see it going inside a little. I'll show you. So this would probably be it. Yeah. And then his eyes would be attached onto his face like this. From the side, it would look like that. I hope you guys are understanding this. And then we'll have the same. And we'll have the same sort of like in the side as well. I'm just gonna draw this and this so that it looks like he's actually got proper structure to stand. And so it would be the foot over here, the triangle that is here. It will be this part will be pointing towards us. So I'm going to draw it in like this. Or you can also draw it just like, you know, pointed thing like this, but I think that doesn't show very well about how it is. So I'm just gonna make it like this, like a slightly other angled version. Now that I look at it, it does look like the body part over here, it looks like way too big for the tiny legs to, you know, make him stand and walk. So I think I will make the thickness of this leg a lot more. I mean, his foot would essentially look like this, like a triangle, but also like a raised triangle. Like, can you see that? Yeet. So I'm just gonna switch off the red to see how it's looking. Yeah. And I'm also going to make his other leg to make it seem like he's actually standing properly. So I'm going to make that a little outward. Like it would essentially be starting from the same point over here. So, and here. And it is about the same thickness of the leg in the front. So this one I will make it pointing towards that side. So this is probably what you will see. I think it needs to be a little longer. I'm gonna bring this down a little and draw it again. Yeah. So here he is actually putting his foot towards the back of, like, on the other side. So it will be facing away from you, and so it'll look a little bit smaller. Like this is going to be, this right foot is going to be in the foreground, and this is going to be in the background. So all the time, things in the background are going to be smaller than things in the foreground. Okay, so in the next one, we are going to be drawing the 3/4 view. Let me just make a new layer. The 3/4 view. So we're going to basically have the same structure as well here, but a little side. Like it will be in between the first view and the second view. So it's going to be like this. I'm sorry about the vibration. And then you're going to be looking at a little bit of the left side here. So essentially, it will be like this. Okay, so I'm just going to draw it with hard edges right now, and then we'll see how to convert it into like softer edges. And then since this is starting over here, we're going to try and bring it towards the left a little. And give it about the same. So it will be a little bit more smaller from the original thing. There's going to be a line here. And then this will disappear here, and we will no longer be seeing that side because now it's in that side. And then this would be a little less as well. But it would be more like this. So there's no overlapping much that is seen, whereas in the left side there is a lot of overlapping that we can see. And then we're going to go ahead and draw the foot. It's not going to be the exact same things, but it's going to be like a little bit lesser. And then we're going to erase this part a little so that it can continue downwards, and we can see this side of the fur. Sorry if this is kind of messy. So this part is going to have like a straight line over here. And then this. So yeah, let's just switch off the red layer for a while and try to figure if this looks all right. I feel like if we're going to be, sorry, if we're going to be looking at this part, I think this down part won't be seen as much. Like if you were seeing cube, there's a cube over here and there's a cube over here, and this is the point of view. You can see the sides and the top over here, and this cube that is lower as well. You can see the top and the side, but you don't see the bottom part over here. So since in this object, like we'll talk about the feet as an object, since this we can see the top and the side over here. In this place, I don't think we should be able to see the bottom over here. So we're just going to change that a bit now. So I'll just do that. Or maybe it can be seen just a little bit. Or maybe not. We shall see. Yeah, that looks about kind of right. I think it should be like a little bit more smaller when it goes down. Yep. This looks better and makes more sense in my head and like visually. Right? I feel like the thickness here became a lot. Yeah, and let me turn the red layer back on so that I can draw the other leg. And then we can see this part a little bit and the other part of his leg will come. So this will be straight over here. And these two will join to form the triangle over here. And this will be this. Would you guys want class on like perspectives? Because this is kind of, I think character rotation and character development all depends on just like perspectives. Okay, yeah, so look at this dude right here. There will be another line here. So, yes. He's looking that way essentially. So, I should have erased it. Okay, do you guys have any questions? Do you want to look at me color this? No works. What does no works mean? Chaitanya. Okay, I'm just gonna like quickly color this and maybe in the next session I'll actually draw a person. Can you try putting a faded color? What do you mean by faded color? Like blending in what I've made over here? Not like, I mean, in the in this like yellows and oranges, and I'm thinking I should make his eyes and eyebrows and mouth very beady and show like light reflecting in it, and it'll be nice. About perspective. Yes. Do you mean that you guys want a class on perspective? Okay, I'm just gonna hide this guy because he's low-key scaring me. Nahi. Okay, can you please like write a sentence on what you mean? Like an entire sentence because like I'm having trouble keeping up. Okay, so I'm gonna switch on my drawing guide again and edit it to this. And we're going to color this dude. So first I'm gonna show you what I usually do. So I pick the sharp render and basically put down the base color first. In this case, the base color is going to be yellow. I'm going to switch on my drawing assist. So this, I think this brush is by Jing Sketch. So Jing Sketch is an, I think I found him on Instagram and he has like these, a bunch of like free brushes that you can get and it's very cool. So you should check it out. So some people like after they've made like their full sketch, they usually drop in that color and let it fill. But I don't like it because it shows like very, I mean, it's not perfect. So I like to draw mine in. How do you create layers and add different colors at different layers of the animation? Okay, I think next to next week, we're doing another session on animating. So maybe I'll take like a walk cycle or like this character or the character that I make next week, and you guys can pick one of them, and I will animate a walk cycle for it, and I will show you guys how to like apply colors. I mean, it's a learning process for me as well because like I haven't made a walk cycle before, but it would be interesting. But I will show you the layers for illustrating and things like that right now. Okay, so since we have our base layer done, I'm just going to switch this off. And everything else as well, because we don't really need it right now. So I'm going to make another group in which only this is there, and I'm going to put all this in another group. So that when I put it on, everything comes on. Everything of the initial sketches comes on. And when I turn it off, everything of the initial sketches are gone. And so in this, I'm going to create another layer above it to add the orange textures. And so I'm going to put it on clipping mask, which means that if I take any other color as well, I'm going to take orange right now. And if I put it in this place, it'll show up. But if I go outside and if I scribble, I don't think guys can see my brush, but I am drawing in the white space, so it does not appear. Like if you switch off clipping mask, it will come up. If you switch on clipping mask, it'll show you the pixels that are colored, that shows up on the below layer. Sorry. If you put clipping mask, it'll show up only on the colors that you've created in the below layer. I'm just, damn, no, wrong. I'm just gonna clear this layer again. And I'm going to pick another brush that I usually use. I use the soft grain brush or the jittery smudge. I'll just show you how this looks. So it looks like that. And yeah. This is like a really nice brush that I like. It's like kind of like airbrushing or like spray paint kind of brush. And soft brush grain is also pretty cool. Like this one's like more grainier than the other one. So I use one of these to usually do my shades and things like that. So what we're going to do is, I hope you can see the circle. So that is my brush where I'm coloring. So I'm just gonna go over the corners so that it looks like, you know, very lightly layered orange. I don't know if you can see that, but yeah. I'm just gonna do it a little more so that it looks nicer. And yeah, this is basically how you do shading and things like that. I'm gonna go back to yellow layer, color pick the thing, and just like, sorry, use my other brush, where's my other brush? Because it looks like a little, what layer is this on? Always work on the correct layers, yeah. Yeah, I think this looks a little better. I'm gonna pick a similar orange, or the orange I picked before, yeah. Go back to soft brain graph and yeah, and then do a little more over here, and then more on the bottom over here again. So this is looking pretty like good-ish in terms of like, you know, making it look a little 3D or something like that. I think that's a little too much. Yeah, I think this is nice, and I'm just gonna erase this part because I want to show some kind of distinction between the top half and the bottom half. And I'm going to use a different color to show like a little darker shadow. So I'm going to make another one and also clipping mask that to the orange, sorry, the yellow layer. I'm going to do this. So it creates a red texture. That is too dark, I guess. So I'm going to do it a little more lightly and gradually bring it down. And I'm going to erase the top half of this so that only the orange is seen in the top. So now you know what distinction, like it looks like the top is bigger, and so it's creating like a little bit of shadow on the bottom half, bottom legs over here. That looks about right. I'm gonna also do the edges of the toes, but I think that should be in a different color, maybe. Or I will do the insides of the legs to be a little yellowish. And then gradually. Does that look like? That does look better, doesn't it? Oh, so you know, I had this username before, and it was Popcorn Hogger. So I think this would be like a really nice character for that title, like popcorn. What color would you put on the background to make it stand out, create a depth? Okay, so I'm just gonna shift this into the middle, like the entire thing into the middle, and I will make a nice background as well. So there's this one brush. It's called Nico Rule. I think it's in this. Yeah. This is a brush created by, I do not know, but I think I got this on when I was doing this course on Skillshare by Veronica, I think. And she gave all these things for an isometric tool. Like, I don't know. It's like there is an isometric drawing that I made out of that course on my Instagram. You guys can check it out. So I use this now for background of everything. So usually what you should do is pick out complementary colors for the background. So if I go to Harmony and I pick out one of the colors, it'll show me the complementary color. And you can tap on this and put it to split complementary, which is a lot more like three different types, but two of the complementary colors as well. And there's analogous, that is, same color scheme, like one after the other. And then there's triadic, which is three different corners. And there's tetradic. So even if you like drag one of your colors and you know what one color you want, it'll show you colors that you require, like four or three or two or analogous scheme and things like that. This is like a very cool feature that I absolutely love. So you can choose split complementary. I usually like to have like a couple of options. So I'm gonna pick the yellow that I choose. And I really like this light blue. So I'm gonna pick that. I'm gonna use just no. I'm gonna use this as a background and just like scribble around. So this is the lightest color that is going to be there right now in my thing. And I would like to go to values, and I will gradually decrease the value and the saturation. And now, what did I do? Yeah, so I'll pick this color again, sorry, and release the bright, decrease the brightness and the saturation a little maybe, or increase it depending on how you like it. And I will scribble on it again. And then do the same thing again, darker, and scribble like you should always leave off bits and pieces in the corners so that you can actually see the transition of like from light to dark. So this is generally what I like to do with backgrounds. I like to draw like, and then I'm gonna try make the actual background color black, or just you can also switch it off, if you don't want it, so you can see only the thing. Okay, I'm going to draw the eyes and the eyebrows and things. I will switch on my drawing assist. Symmetry, where is it? Okay, so I'm going to use black for this. How about black? And draw two circles. Okay, no, this is the wrong layer. So go on top, make a new layer, and draw two circles. Drawing assist, and two circles. I think the eyes need to be a little more nearer. A little more? Yeah, this seems about right. Do you think I should make the eyes bigger or smaller or bigger? Maybe. Yeah, it seems pretty fine. And I'm going to draw the eyebrows like this so that it's like a concerned face. You look so sad, oh my gosh. And then I'm gonna draw like this looks pretty nice, doesn't it? I feel like the shadowing on the legs became a lot, and there's like not much on the actual, face and the body. So I'm just gonna go back and increase that a little bit. Again, going back to my soft brush grain. That is really nice. That is a really nice brush. I'll put a little more on the side of here. And here. Does this look nice or without the left side thing? Because it's, what do you think? This one or this? Like with or without? I feel like without, because without it draws more attention to like this side of the face, like the right side, where there is more depth shown. Like even on the top part of their head over here, I've made only like a little bit on the right side. So you know that there's probably a light source coming from the left side. I think it seems a little off center due to dark shadow. Well, yeah, I think that the light is coming from the left side, I guess. And I like to keep things lopsided since my, I don't know, design is really symmetric. Does that make sense? I hope it does. Anyways, yeah, so I think I should change the mouth from the right side of the face to the left side because, like, a lot of attention is going towards the right side right now. So let me just take. Oh. You can make him, her, it, smile. Yes, I will show you like different expressions right now, like as soon as I'm done fully rendering it. I'm gonna place this a little more down. Yeah, I guess that works, yes. Okay, back to this. I think I need to do a little bit more of rendering to the way that I like it. So I will just, not this. I'll just put a little bit on the left as well. Like not too much in a way that it distracts from the right side, but to show that it is the bottom half. Okay, that's why it's like over here, I've put it on the right side, like on the side and the bottom as well. But on the left side, I'm going to be putting it only on the bottom so that it shows like a little depth to, the bottom half of the thing, but not in the side. How would you how would you crop this as the top part feels a bit cut off? Are you talking about the background? I think to make it a little bit more centered, I'd pick out the background color again and go back. It is important to like know what brushes you use for what types of things so that you can always go back to it. I'll just make this like this. I'll pick the other colors, do that, and get dark blue. I think I'll also pick like a really dark shade. I think it should be like a little more outward. So I'm just gonna make all of the colors a little more sideways. So that I have more color, more space for the darker colors in the center. Okay, so since all of our, like you can, so this entire thing is our body. Like the new group that is there. Let me just rename that. Mr. Peabody. Have you guys seen Peabody and Sherman? This is one of my favorite animated movies. Yeah, so you all your character paths are in one entire folder. So you can select the entire folder and still move it around. Like you can bring him down or up or like anything really. So that is pretty cool. So I think I'll keep him a little bit more down from where it was before. And I'll choose darker colors for the background. Yeah, so and I'll pick this. And in the bottom, I'll just put like a little bit of black to like where he's standing. That does not look right. Wait. I think there should be a little more color, darker colors on this side. Big black. Yeah. And I'm gonna put a little bit of black under his top half of the body as well. So that this dude looks somewhat nice as well. And a little bit in the middle. And a little bit to the right side of the, maybe not too much, but yeah, this guy's starting to look really nice. I did not expect him to come out this nice. I think on the top also can fade to black. I feel like the black in the bottom makes him look like he's actually standing there. Like it shows depth. Okay, we should try to put a little more black on the top. Do you think this looks nice? Okay, so in this, it makes it look like he's the, like there is some space behind, I mean, between him and the background. So that when the light is hitting him, it is actually from the top left side. So let me just quickly grab a white pen. Okay. Excuse me. Okay, so I'm gonna draw and show you what I think. So this this way from the top left side is how the light is hitting him. So if the light is hitting him on the left side, this part of his body is going to be extremely light, and behind him on the bottom half and the sides there would be a lot of darkness. Like this part would be the shadows. Like generally this parts that I'm drawing right now with the white pen, these are going to be the shadows. And maybe like a little bit here. So since the light is coming from the top half, there's not going to be darkness over here. So I hope you're understanding like how the lighting is and how it's supposed to be there. Yeah, so I'm going to go back to the background. I'm going to use black. We shall try putting the black onto the top as well, and we can see. Is the lighter to darker color for depth? Yes. I didn't like it that much on top, says Vignesh. Yes. Yeah, so I think like when you understand where the light source is coming from and how the light, so where the shadows are going to go, it makes it a lot more understanding and like amazing. So yeah, does this look better to you guys? Okay. Yeah, it looks like there's actually a shadow behind him, right? I think I'm gonna make this a little darker so that, so you see that blue over there? So that is because like in between his legs there's a space, right? So light is still like a little bit of light is going through that, and this black part is like half of it that's blocking it. So I wish I paid attention in my physics class. Oh yeah, in physics class I remember we had this whole thing about, you know, lenses and how light moves and stuff. So I think I want to create another layer on top of this and like do a little more something for the background because I'm not entirely loving it right now. Like I like the way the shadows are playing out, but not entirely. So I think I want to pick out like a darker color and go to Nikuru and just do that. So I'll just do this. And I'm just going to go over here and reduce the opacity to when I like it. Like, I hope you guys can see this. That's this. So this is it without anything. So this is what it would look with it. I think this is somewhat nice. It makes the background a little bit more softer than the previous one. This is the original one. But this also looks nice. Honestly, I can't decide which looks better. If you had put a glass tile effect on the background, how to do it? I don't understand what glass style you're referring to. Could you please explain that a little bit? So I think I'll keep this at 14, 20. I think this is enough for like the opacity. So with our difference in the layer, okay, let me show you a bit more. So this is with the layer, without the layer, and with the layer. I know it's like a very small difference, but I I just like it. And I'm just gonna put like two white things on top of the black so that it seems like it's reflecting. So as you know, the light reflection is coming from, damn. Yeah, I mean, the light reflection is coming from this side. So there's going to be reflection over here. Let me just erase my arrow mark. So it's going to be from here. I feel like lighting on the eyes makes like the most difference. I was referring to glass morphism, says Abhishek. I'm sorry, I cannot tap on the link for some reason, but I will check it out for sure. Or I will Google it. So I like look at that eye, it makes like huge amount of difference already. Let me just do it on the other side as well. So like all of my devices are being used right now. Like my laptop I've screen shared and the iPad I'm using to draw. And my phone I'm looking at your comments. So like I literally have no other device to like check my stuff. So yeah, how does his eyes look now? Let me know. Only thing is the man looks so sad. Okay, we shall change him up. So I think I will duplicate the top layer and this layer, and you know what, I'm going to make it differently for expressions. Okay, so this layer, like I mean this layer will close because we don't want to change that. I'm going to combine this and make this into a new group, and this really came to life. I agree. I honestly did not expect this to come out so good. So I'm just gonna erase the bottom half of the mouth so that I can redraw it. And also the eyebrows. Honestly, I'm taking a lot of time, I think. Like, I think the session was supposed to be a half hour or something, but like every time I go live, it's always like an hour or something. And but like, I'm not going to apologize. So I feel like the reflection in the right eye is a lot more than in the left eye. So let me know which eye you like better. The left one or the right one? I feel like too much reflection also doesn't make it very well. Okay, so we're going to. I'm confused as to which brush I used. I'm just gonna use this. I'm making smile. Let me just switch on animated assist. So, do you want like a normal smile or like a really wide, creepy kind of smile? This is kind of creepy, not gonna lie. Or do you want the OG cross smile? This one looks so cute. Wait, let me draw the eyebrows. I like the one with less reflection, like a smirk. Try a sly smile. Okay, I shall try a sly smile. How do you make a sly smile? Okay, wait, it's confusing. Let me just sketch out different kinds of smiles. That, no. Okay, tell me what expressions you guys want. And sly smile, I think, would be like this. Yeah, this one's really. Okay, I will try and make that now. I think I'll just duplicate this again so that I can still keep this look. Hmm. And I'm gonna erase one of the eyebrows. Make it like that. And this one I'm gonna erase and make it a little bit more lower. I feel like the one on top should be more angled. No, this doesn't make it. I feel like the base layer, the yellow is just not right. Like over here, it's just a little bothering me. I will fix that. Okay, I think this one should be a little more angled. And like that. Does that work? I think the mouth should be a little bigger. How's that? Well, let me just fix the base layer. There. Okay, so I'm going to just try and reduce the. This is straight up erase it. White. A little bit. Whoa, this brush is actually different. Like, it's not the same brush that I used for the first one. Which do you think is better, the left one or the right one? The left one is better. Damn it, I don't remember what sketchy neighbor is probably. I renamed my brushes, by the way. Sketchy neighbor is the one that I usually sketch with, but like I obviously use different ones and everything now. I think I'll just erase this reflection method. Let's just. Okay, this works. Did you guys like it? Do you want me to try different expressions? I feel like the smile didn't come quite right. Damn it. This is also an expression. This is so cute. Oh my god. This character is like absolutely my favorite right now. Yep, okay, I guess this does it. Also, another thing, okay, this is probably going to be one of the best things that I'm going to do. I'm going to put a clipping mask on this. I'm going to choose like a bright white or like a very light yellow, and I'm going to pick my soft brush grain, put it on the places that I think the light is falling. So all the left top sides. So this top side a little bit, and then that's it. I mean, that's basically it. And I'm going to go. I mean, I don't think you can see that very well, but let me show you with and without. So this is with, and this is without, and it makes a lot of difference. So I'm just going to go into this, and I'm gonna go to Bloom. This is one of the new features that Procreate has. So it makes it kind of like illuminating, but I don't think I like that very much right now. But I think we can do it for the eyes. Okay, I think I like it at 19%, so I'm gonna apply it. And we shall see how it is with and without. That makes a lot of difference too as well, right? Yes, I think I'm just gonna lower the opacity just a little bit. Yep, that's good. And we shall put the same thing for our layer. Press on Bloom, and I guess that doesn't make that much of a difference. Okay, I think this is coming to an end. I mean, we're pretty much almost done. I don't know if you guys can see the difference, but there's like a slight glow. Never mind, this is just. So yeah, this is the character that we made today. Okay. Oh, somebody asked me what my Instagram was, right? Damn it, I made a Okay, yeah, that's cool. I My Instagram is Lemony Lemonita. So it's this. Oh, I have a new follower. Yippee! So yeah, this is me. I have all kinds of stuff. I mean, I do animation and illustrations and stuff. So yeah. And the brushes that I have that I used for the background, it's by this person, Veronica Sala. You can go to her link tree and check out some of her brushes. I think it's for free, or it's only free for Skillshare students, I guess. This is one of my favorite works. I think on the feet can also add some glow. Your Insta looks lit. Thanks, Elle. So these are stickers that I made of this ramen thing that I have. So I painted this with watercolors and gouache, and I made that into stickers. And I have like a lot of stickers. I have stickers of these hands and a lot of stuff. So yeah. My Instagram. Cool. I think I have another session the same time next week. So join it and have fun with me again. Cool. Bye, guys. Have a nice day. I hope you liked me coloring my character. Bye. I'm just gonna stop sharing. Bye bye. Thanks, Malvika. Thanks, Abu and Vignesh and Elle and everybody else. Bye. I'm gonna end this session now.